hammers like West Ham taxmen. You don't want to see the gang vex, man. Pull up in 2-litre dingers and press that.
Selling bag, going ham in West like Declan Rice. Doing like popcorn, everything nice. Whoa.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hammers Fans United, and welcome to a new segment on the channel, which is called Born in the USA, Heart is in East London. Would you agree with... no, sorry. Let me introduce a very special guest, and that is Lawrence, who is originally from Baltimore. Now he resides in Auburn, Alabama. Is that right? And yeah, so would you agree with the...
That is correct.
Would you agree with the title of the new show? Born in the USA, Heart is in East London.
Yes, 100%.
Yes, 100%. Okay. Right, Lawrence. Before, actually, this is not right. I don't feel right. I'm gonna get to the comments. Let me just. You don't feel. I know you feel at home in West Ham, but does this make you feel more at home in the?
It feels like
Oh, look at his shirt.
Baby, what's up?
Oh, look at this. This is. Okay. Does that make you feel more at home?
It does. It really does. But like I said, we'll go on about this. It's neat that you came up with something like this. But I've felt at home since really becoming some of the West Ham YouTube family channels, because I like this. Like with you, Tish, especially. Like, you know, I like the Born in the USA, and I think we got a lot of fans here. But even in other channels in the East London and all that stuff, that's some good stuff. Yeah,
man. You know, I spoke to you, and you know, Wally World is the other part of this show, but it will be, you know, fortnightly. So Lawrence one week, Wally the next. And you know, I spoke to you guys privately, and I said, like, you know, I wanted to get you guys on the channel, and you know, for me, this was the perfect opportunity, and your time schedule and everything like that. This sort of suited everybody. So yeah, you know, I appreciate that you and Wally have taken time out of your week to, you know, commit to this. And you know, for me, it's a good thing to have you guys on the channel when you can make it.
For sure. Right,
so I did explain, and I'm going to get to the comments. Sorry, I forgot about that. I did explain that we're going to just talk general chit chat, West Ham, but I've got 10 questions lined up for you. They are multiple choice.
Okay, that helps.
And yeah, exactly. And you know, I've got 10 lined up for Wally next week, and then we'll make a little competition of it where we'll see how many you get right. The theme for this week is, you know, relevant to you, so you should do very well. I've tried to make it as, you know, a smooth transition as possible at the start. And right, let's just get to the comments, Lawrence, and then we'll get cracking. Right, who we got here? We have... Right, let's do this real quick. Disabled team, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining, as always.
Disabled team, good evening, buddy.
Cams, yes, the boys. Cams, hello, TDT. Right. We have West Ham Random, my G.
Peach.
Hi, brother Cam, how are you? Disabled team, 1 second. You know I don't like falling behind with the comments, Lawrence. Oh!
No, you're good. Wally,
okay.
Oh. See, I know what? Let me say something real quick.
Yes.
Wally's my man. He is a good dude. And when you decided to have this, and you said, "Okay, I'm going to talk to Wally," I said, "Watch, I'm going to have to be the sucker at first."
Yeah, the guinea pig. You're the guinea pig.
So.
And now look at Wally.
Doing his
exactly.
He's doing some homework.
He's definitely, yes, Wally. Wally, I'm glad you could join.
Good.
So Wally is the final piece of this jigsaw on a Tuesday evening. It is Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. Thanks for joining, Wally. But I know you're watching, like, checking out the opposition. That's what he's doing. Opposition recon. Not bad stream. How are you? Hi, brother Wally World. Okay. Hi, brother Peach. How are you, a friend? 1 second. Yes. Yes, Lowell.
Peach.
Wally, what is good magic? Right, big up James Bond. Good evening, chat. Thank you for joining, as always, James. You know, we're going to try and make this fun, yeah, we speak about West Ham, but not too much about what we've already gone over, you know, on all the other channels. It's more general stuff. Hey, Pete. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam says he loves the shirt, Lawrence.
All right.
That is perfect for this show.
Thank you.
That's your show shirt.
Show shirt.
Yes, Peach. Yes, hope yourself, Lee, are well. We're good. Thank you for asking. Okay, come on. I need to catch up with the comments. We have Cam's in the building. Disabled team. Hope you're doing your homework for tomorrow. Wally World. Yeah, disabled team. No, hello, Naughty Boys. Hope you're all doing good evening, Harmony. Thank you for joining.
How you doing, Harmony? Yep.
Hi, everyone in the chat. Too many to mention. Robert Singleton, as always. Thank you. And right, so we've caught up. Yeah, so thanks for everybody that's tuned in. Right, so just to get you, you know, warmed up, Lawrence, I'm going to ask you some unscripted one answer questions, yeah?
Yeah.
So, I know the answer to this already, but how long did you serve in the Navy? I already know. How many years? Because of this.
26 years.
26 years. I knew the answer to that. Describe yourself in one word. Shoot.
No, that's not it.
I know.
I would say loyal.
Loyal. I believe that, and I appreciate that. That's a good one. Okay. UK or US?
In reference to
Nope, it's just an answer, my friend.
US.
Okay, no, I appreciate that. Yeah,
hey,
you have to.
But with UK right here.
You have to say that. Yeah, you have to say that because of the nature of the question. Okay, beef or lamb?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say beef, but I do like lamb. But beef, I have it more often, and I cook it more.
Okay, basketball or American football?
American football.
Baseball or American football?
American football.
Okay, so see, I'm getting to know a bit more about you. Beer or wine?
Beer. You
Beer.
guys know I like a little Michelob Ultra once in a while.
Okay, right. So, favorite current West Ham player?
Oh, know what? I thought you were going to ask me that one, and it was I think, and it's not bandwagon for anybody else. I'm going to have to say right now, Bowen. He's everybody's
Jared
favorite for right now. Yep, Bowen.
All right. So, this is not good evening, Happy Amaret. Thank you for joining. This is not a one-worded answer, and you know people might have heard this before, but there might be people tuned in that don't know you or haven't seen you, and that's why I was, you know, I wanted to get this up and running. Coming from Baltimore, how did you end up getting into West Ham?
It's funny. Well, a lot of the people that are in the chats and stuff know I just started becoming a West Ham fan in 2019. A good friend of mine, a good German friend of mine who moved here locally and met him. He introduced me to West Ham. But what he explained to me about West Ham, it was the fan base, and it really was about the fan base. And then I fell in love with the club. It came from a blue collar shipbuilding area, which Baltimore, even prior to me, that's exactly what it was. That's how I grew up before joining the Navy, a blue collar, hardworking. None of my family members work into the shipbuilding, but ironically enough, I joined the Navy when I was 19 out of Baltimore and stuff like that. But what got me was the fan base. And then once he explained to me, then I started getting back into it because I played, believe it or not, I played football. You know, they call it soccer here, but football in high school when I was younger, outdoor. They had indoor soccer here. They call it here indoor football. Here was popular, but I played it there. But then I kind of lost getting involved in following football. I would follow with the Olympics and the U.S. team and stuff like that, and World Cup and stuff. But after I got back into it, it was great. That's when I started seeing the fan base and how they do it. And I think, out of tune or not, you guys heard me try to sing Bubbles, and then you come up with some very clever, outstanding songs. And they're so it's nothing like it. My wife thinks I'm nuts sometimes because she hears me. I'm upstairs and she hears me singing along. But I think that's how I became a West Ham fan, and I've grown to appreciate it even more and learn so much more by people that are in this chat right now, you, Titch, and all this stuff, who's giving me the opportunity to learn more, give my opinion, and get it. So I'm all in now. Like I said, I got my flag back there. I buy the gear, and that doesn't mean anything. Anybody can do that. But that's just that's something Larry in third person. That's what I do as a form of I'm all in. Some people do it different ways. Some people do it different ways, and that's what I do. I'm like Wally. With Wally and I, we have to go and go to an app to see it, like on Peacock here in the United States, to see the Premier League. Or a lot of times, I know when you're watch along, and I've done that before. Like especially if they're in the Europa, we have to go to the streams and try to find that and catch it when I can there. And then, like I said, my buddy Jens, German guy, we're still good friends now. We text back and forth during the matches and all that stuff. He's up in Atlanta now, which is just about an hour and a half north of where we're at. We'll catch a match. Like we saw the match on New Year's Day, and we'll do that. But it's a long story, but that's kind of how it was. Because I'm still really, 2019, not a long way away. But I think for many more years, my loyal, which I am,
yep,
will stick.
You are.
Will stick with West Ham. It's not about a big club or nothing like that. It's about the fan base. It's about the club. It's about the history of the fan base, where they came from, that drew me to them, and continue to support them.
I love that word, loyalty. Already. That's, for me, that's like one of the, you have to have that as a trait, or me and you kind of, we can't get along. And yeah, that's, that's one of the main traits for me that you must have. 1 second. Right, so let's just get onto this quickly, and it might be bringing sad news your way. So don't quote me on this. So there's a guy, I don't know his name, Toots is his nickname. By the sounds of it, happy-go-lucky guy, always smiling. And he was, after the game, they was in the pub he was with Cams and Happy Amaret and Budgie, and smiling as always. And then, unfortunately, when he left around 9 p.m. at the train station, he's got into a fight, or he's been assaulted, or I don't know, by someone else, an individual, and he's left him, I think, in an induced coma, like terrible injury. So
oh Lord.
Yeah, so Budgie went live earlier, and that's how I found out, and otherwise I wouldn't have known. I'm not. That's awful. So yeah, and like I said, this guy is, by all accounts, like a really nice guy, always smiling, no trouble or nothing like that, having fun basically. And yeah, I don't know circumstances, but yeah, it doesn't sound good. Thankfully, they caught the guy, the perpetrator, at the scene, and he was held down by West Ham fans. I don't think they've done him, I don't think they've done too much damage to him. I think they just held him down, and the police took him. So, respect to the West Ham fans, and because whoever caught the guy, and they probably knew who Toots was, they could have easily, got payback instantly, and so I just hope he's all right. Yeah, and
me too.
Yeah, like sincerely. So that's a good message, Harmony. Right, we're gonna get through this. Happy boom. Let me get through this. Right, Sable Team says, love the idea of getting a chance to get to know more about Lawrence, brother Titch. A great idea, brother. Yes, thank you, and that is the purpose of this show. Lawrence and Wally, yeah, really, really good guys. Thank you, Harmony. I can relate, Lawrence. This is, I think that's to how you got into West Ham. Because remember, Cams is a Scouser, so that's quite rare as well. Yeah,
for sure.
Darren, thank you for joining. Darren Higgins is probably morning in Thailand. Yep. Peach, haven't seen you in ages. And Dazza, have I caught up? Nope. 1 second, Darren. Pray for Toots. This is Wally. Sable Team. Good evening, Darren. Sorry, if it's in between, then I won't. Like, if you're just talking to each other. Bless him up. Toots. Bless up, man, like Toots. And happy it just makes you think of things. Cams, you're okay now too. Exactly. Right. So, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna throw one question at you. Because this is, it's just general chit chat. The chat, the people in the chat. And then also, there is a competition side to this. All fun and games, and I know this is what Wally's waiting for. Like, yeah, right. So, I'm gonna read out, because I couldn't put the question and answer in there because it just took too long. So I'm gonna read out the question, but I will put the options on the screen.
Okay.
One second.
Helps. I hope I don't choke. I hope I at least get one right.
Right, so what I'm going to do is, you've got 10 questions, they're multiple choice. So,
I like that.
Get ready. The first question is, remember everybody in the chat, all the questions will be based off USA. These ones this week are more, closer to home. Let me go to, here we go. One second, Lawrence. Right, let's go to Lawrence. Get ready, Lawrence. So your first question, they want, like, we'll break up the show. Right, this should be the first one. Get ready. Lawrence, which of the following museums never existed in Baltimore? Right, here are your options. Okay. The National Museum of Dentistry, Public Works Museum, Museum of Incandescent Lighting, or the Museum of Medical Oddities. You can read. Can you see the bottom of the screen?
No, I can see it now.
Right.
Okay. Gosh,
do you want the question again?
No, I know which one doesn't exist, right?
Which one never existed in Baltimore? Which one?
Music of Medical Oddities.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
That is correct.
What?
Yeah.
All I said to myself, and I said is, I just want to get at least one right. All right.
So you got the first one right. So the Museum of Medical Oddities never existed in Baltimore. And being a Baltimorean, you should know all of these questions.
Well, hey, remember now, be nice. I lived there. I'm not going to say my total age. I've already something know. It was when I was 19, so it's been some years, but I'll remember stuff. I got one right. That's all that matters. I'm not going to. I got one right.
Okay, right. So now, like I said, we will break it up. Tell me what you felt about our performance against Leeds on Sunday.
Oh man. I watched your review show and stuff like that. My prediction was 2-1. We scored 2 goals. I thought our defense was dreadful. In between, I don't want to go into too much, but between the Diop and Dawson back there, if we didn't miss Zuma then before Harrison, it must have been the easiest hat trick I've ever seen any individual get in my life. Nothing against him. A hat trick's awesome, but if you look at a couple of shots, who was around him? Really? So everything else is just, we got the 2 goals. I thought we gave away too many, and I was disappointed in the defense. We continue to talk about clinical and not being clinical, which is a true thing now that I'm learning so much, because when I watch some of the big clubs and the good clubs, how precise they are in their passing and they're moving the ball around and stuff like that. And a lot of times we just look so clumsy going around to the ball. As we get down in position around the box, it's not fluid like I see some precision on some other ones. So I was just, I was really excited about it, and I just thought, that we came back, and then, they would have just Harrison. I want them wide open at the top of the box, and we could say, other people had questions about was Fab in the right position on certain things. I just think it was our back defense that really let us down. Cresswell too on defense, really. I mean, in my opinion. So I think our defense was the bad part. Sorry, yeah. No,
that's all right. So we're going to get just quickly one word answer. In one word, how would you sum up our display against Leeds? Then I'm going to go to the comments.
Disappointing.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that. Right, let's get to the comments. 1 second. Hey, everyone. Oh, Frankie. 1 second. Did you just... No. Right, let's go. Right. Boom. Good to see Lawrence. Frankie says, Wagwan. Yes, Frankie.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you tuned in. Kimmy, thank you for tuning in. Glad you see. This show is catered to the Americans. So you lot, nice time for you. And then we've got the all-American lineup. Cams, I know me. Yes, that's your show shirt. Titch, did I mention I'm a quiz genius? He's coming for you, Lawrence. He's coming for you.
Now he's putting pressure on.
He's the Fresh Prince. Wally. So yeah, you if it's just like chat, then I'll just get through it because I want to ask Lawrence another question, another quiz question. This is easy, says Wally. Fight and talk, Lawrence.
Yeah, he might. He probably watches Jeopardy every night. I don't, so I don't know.
The Murder Museum. Okay, this is what he says. He says the Murder Museum is in Philly. Medical oddities. Did you get a video clip? You know what? I haven't sent it to you, Darren. Sorry, I haven't. I will send it to him, and I'll do it tonight. My apologies. James could have had a hatchet as well.
Yeah.
If he could shoot, that is, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Apologies, Darren. I've been busy, obviously, really. Hammers were not as bad as folks saying. They were good, but we were pretty amazing. Great game. Leeds was very good, and West Ham was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could be it too. Yeah, but they were.
Kimmy.
Hey, Kimmy.
And in one word, absolutely disappointed. Yes, hammer it. Right. So, all right. Listen. Second question. Second question. Get ready. You've got 1 out of 1. What was the purpose? No, what was the Phoenix Shot Tower's original purpose? Here are your answers. Was it to guard against the British, target practice for the Baltimore City Police, making shot for rifles, or landmark for lost Baltimoreans? The answers will go along the bottom. So, what was the Phoenix Shot Tower's original purpose?
To guard against the British.
Final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's incorrect. The correct answer was making shot for rifles. That doesn't make any sense, but yeah, making shot for rifles. So 1 out of 2, and I know Wally, the Fresh Prince, is rubbing his hands as we speak. I thought he was going to get that one as well. I don't know why.
I was down to 2. Those were my 2 options. The other ones were like,
No probs. Thank you for sending us one. Right, so because I won't speak to you on here before the Manchester United game, what are you after this game against Leeds? What are your expectations for us going into that away at Old Trafford to Manchester United?
Well, my opinion, I think Leeds are playing better than Man United right now. You know, the rankings doesn't show that. Leeds look really good against us there, even though we were disappointed defensively. I think Man United is unraveling, and I think, didn't they say Ronaldo's got like a hip issue or something like that, which doesn't make a difference. I think we go there. I think we go in there. We need to play a little bit better. We need to play better defensively. I still like the way we're attacking. I still think we can do. You know, we're still moving the ball up forward. So I'm looking for a victory.
Okay. And
score, did you?
What would be your starting lineup? Because Souček will be back now, like COVID, and let's just say Zuma is available. I don't know if he is or not. Like, what would be your starting lineup for that game?
Okay, what do we have? I'd still keep Fab in the net. I'd have, even though Tufal, I know we like to say Tufal, I think I'd put Johnson on the right. In the middle, I would have Zuma and Dawson. What to the left? What's that? Would that be Cresswell?
Yeah.
And then up to top, Rice and Souček coming back. I like the Lanzini experiment. People were real more harsh on it than I was. I didn't think it was that much of a difference if Souček came back there, but I would still put them up there. I would put for the next 4 cross. What do we have to there?
Then you've got the 3 behind the striker. Well, no, Lanzini you said. So you've got the 2 wingers and the striker now, or the 2 wide players.
I would. I would have to the left. Is that where Vlasic usually plays at?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to the far right, who do we have there? Bowen?
Yeah.
Bowen there. And then Antonio up front. In the middle, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Cover
So
everybody. Yeah.
so you wouldn't have Fornells.
I would. It depends. I think I'd have him coming off the bench right now. I would right now.
Okay.
You know, I would have him come off the bench.
All right. Well, just like, you know, when you lose a game of football, you want to just play the next day and win. I'm going to give you the opportunity to get a correct point after you just
Jeez.
what's
I'm
the
nervous.
word? Flunked it. Is that the word?
Screw up.
Right. Get ready. Which Baltimore restaurant was famous for its art collection? These are your options: Hulsner's, Martix, Marconi's, or Connolly's. Which Baltimore restaurant was famous for its art collection?
Man, I'm going to be guessing at this one too. Conley's, which that's probably wrong too.
Final answer?
Conley's, that's my final answer. Yes.
The correct answer was Hulsner's. So, a good start has turned bad.
This I'm not going to know. Dang.
Wally is
1-3 is not good.
Rubbing his hands together. So Lawrence, have you tuned into any of the
Like, what's the best? Yeah.
best what?
No, it sounded like what's the best seafood in Baltimore? I say the blue crab. Why don't you give me something like that? A softball, you know?
All right, so this is
I think I've been away.
too long.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I done some research on Baltimore about a month ago, right? And I know that
Yeah.
the way they talk is quite unique. They sort of get to the point, don't they? They miss out words. So for instance, instead of, correct me if I'm wrong, instead of Maryland, they say Merlin. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Now,
they got a lot of ers, and so yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Right, everybody that's watching, right? This is the truth, and Lawrence should confirm this. If we were to say Aaron earned an iron earn, a Baltimoreese person would say this: earn. Correct? Am I lying?
I don't know. I think that'd be
Earn. That's
they'd be falling all over themselves. Yeah.
So yeah,
But-
they have
but
their own.
ironically, and I think Wally can attest to this. Baltimore and Philadelphia accents are really similar. They really are. Baltimore has a little bit more of a to and stuff like that. And if you look up something about Baltimore, like dialect or accents, they like the older ones like to say "hun" after. Hey, what are you doing, hun? Or stuff like that. So they have different ones. So some older Baltimorean stuff. I might have lost my accent a bit.
Okay, so with that being said, yeah, I worked out that if someone, if the husband comes home from work and his wife's, instead of saying "Did you eat?" I'm imagining she would say "Jeet." Is that right?
Jeet yet?
Is it really? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's
See-
their mind. You can hear it. Jeet yet, hon? And then with the hun at the end of it. Jeet.
Oh my.
I guess, yeah. And know what? It's hard for me to come up with some different words, but then as soon as you get into that environment and you hear it, it is quite interesting. It is interesting.
Yes. All right, let me go to the comments because they're probably like, "What the hell is going on here?" Right. So hope so. Marconi's says Frankie. Ah, Frankie, you're from New York. Yeah. Looks like Algeria went to next round of AFCON, so Benny maybe about early. And Ghana also went out today.
Okay.
They lost to a team that I've never heard of this country from Africa. I've never heard of them. Lady Luke's in the house. Evening, ladies.
Luke, what up, my man?
Is Lawrence a Ravens fan?
I am a huge Ravens fan. I certainly am.
Boom. Going boom, boom, boom. Right now, how you doing? Doing good. Sat in Florida. Hold on a minute. Frankie, Wally's in Florida, I think, at this moment in time. He is, isn't he?
And I know he was there over the weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
As a sub. Fully has a New York vibe while speaking. See, this is... what does it say? Excellent, Frankie. Luke Legend. I'm in 5 minutes. So not talking to you. Oh, not talking to the disabled team. Sat in the freezing UK. Blah 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 blah. Right. So another question. Come on, I need you to get one right. This is the fourth question.
See, but I know where you're going with this. You went for some Maryland, Baltimore history, and some of this stuff I don't think I'm very good at, as you can see.
Nah,
but I'll try. But next week, Wally, you better have some hard ass questions because I'm watching.
Right. Okay.
I don't mind being a loser trivia.
I think this is an easy one. I think this is an easy question.
You said that the last 3 times.
No, I reckon this one is because of the nature of it. Okay. Who invented? Oh, I didn't even put all of the things in there. All right, one of them. Hold on a minute. I need to tell you the other two. For some reason, I've only put 2 answers in. Right. Who invented Old Bay? Was it... Right, these are 2 of the answers, and I've got 2 here. An unknown spicer, German immigrant Gustav Brunn, Maryland entrepreneur Willoughby M. McCormack, or Chef Cindy Wolfe. I can read it out again if you want.
McCormick Spice is very popular in there, even though I don't think they make that anymore. Old Bay's on its own, because Old Bay's a famous seasoning. But I'm going to go with McCormick.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Well, you said the person that introduced you to West Ham was German, and it was in fact a German immigrant, Gustav Brunn. So you... That's what This is not going well. Wally's not even going to turn up next week. Like, this is too easy. So, that's 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4.
You threw me on there because McCormick is known right now. See, they're a spice company in Maryland, Baltimore, and they're very good at spices. But I knew they don't make the Old Bay right now, but I was like, maybe it is. So. Oh, well, okay. No. What am I now, 1 for 4? Holy man. 1
out of 4. This is exactly how they say it. Merlin. That's what they say. Merlin.
Merlin.
So everybody in the UK, instead of Maryland, they say Merlin. And instead of, they're saying, did you eat? They say, jeet. Yeah, I'm basically Southern Alabama, Frankie. Right, so, Lawrence, if you could bring any one player to West Ham tomorrow, I would say no expense spared. So you can literally, you can go, who would you bring in and why? Even if we had, Newcastle money. So you can go to the top of the tier.
Who would I go with? Salah.
Mohamed Salah.
Liverpool. That guy's going to get us some points still. And that's who I would. You said no expense.
No expenses.
That's Salah. That's who I'd bring in. I'd be happy as anything.
So would you play him in his natural position, which is on the right?
Yes. I think right now how we could do it, just as now. Well, I do this because the geezer's method, and I'm starting to understand what he's talking about and Karen on some of the stuff. If we keep moving around like he's saying, and we can put 2 up front, we move everybody in the middle anyway. So it was just there. So I'd have him still stay to the right. Now, with that being said, I think he could be in the strike position too. But he's so damn good at what he's at now in his position now, I wouldn't move him out of that. But he would give threats. So I would move Bowen to striker.
Yep.
I would definitely do that. He's very.
And what, Antonio left wing?
Well, he left wing, or he'd be fighting for a position with Bowen, right? That's what we want.
Yep.
A little competition. But yeah, I like Antonio on the left. You know that. I say so. I like him on the left. So actually, I like a Bowen there, Salah in there, and then you made it happen. Thank you for walking me through that. I like that. Yeah.
Right. So you just said you like competition, yeah?
Yeah, obviously not in trivia, but in everything else.
So please get the next question right. Right, listen, let's just go to the chat. We have kept up. Right. Special guest in the house. It is the channel mascot. And that is Kieran, my brother. I'm glad you could join us. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. I don't know what the time is there. Actually, I do. 10 o'clock is 8 o'clock. 12. It's 10:05 in the morning, Kieran. Has to be. Alabama. Sorry, what's going on? I was close. Boom, 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 boom. Giza. Let me go back down. Hold on. Kimmy says Kieran. Hey chaps. Okay, this one was funny. I saw this. Right, Darren says, you often say this is an easy one when hosting a quiz test. Try jumping over the fence and getting. Oh, you lot in the chat, have any of you got any questions for Lawrence? You know, like not quiz questions, just general questions that you might want to pose to him. Because like I said,
not good at the quiz.
nah, not quiz, just no general about himself. Apparently Luka 4 million bits Hazard, but he doesn't want to leave Madrid. Yeah, just, you know, generally about, you know, learn more about Lawrence. Kieran, what is it? Get Lawrence, call a friend for an answer. See, he's not threatened at all. Yeah, so you lot can do that anytime. If you've got any questions for Lawrence, right? I'm gonna give you question number 5. Now, I would give you a tip. Jesus. Take your time. Take your time. Just think about it. Like, I think you're rushing in. I think, you know, when you get a striker and he just rushes his shot. Just calm down and pass it in, and you'll score. Are you ready? This one is easy. This is easy, people. This one is easy. I promise you. And I bet you, as soon as I say it, he knows it without all the options. Right. I can guarantee you. Get ready. So, what year was the Great Baltimore Fire? Are you ready for your answers, for your options? Was it 1871, 1896, 1904, or 1913? Take your time. We need this point. What year was the Great Baltimore Fire?
I'm going to go with 1904.
Final answer?
Yes.
Get in this! It was 1904. I needed that. You needed that. We needed that.
Yeah, I didn't want to sit on one piece. I needed a 2-piece at least.
Did you know that, or you just guessed it?
Well, before you said anything, one thing was in my mind was 1905. So then I looked at your stuff. But some of these are old history questions that you're right. They're good stuff, but I'm not. But so that's why I went to 1904, just because I was thinking 1905 before you said anything.
You know what? Wally's got an advantage over you.
Rationale.
Wally's got an advantage over you now because he knows the theme is the theme for this week. Next week, after that might just be
But now you need to have trivia questions about history of New Delhi.
New Delhi? Okay, yeah.
The joke ain't over real good, but I'm saying somewhere obscure.
Yeah, somewhere far out.
Well, see, this is the thing. So he narrows it down now. He's going, okay, history. So he's going to say, where are you going to get history from where he grew up? So, yeah. See, this is why it's good not to be the first one.
You know, Wally emailed me. He said, he laid down the laws. You know when you have stipulations and that? He said, I'm happy to take part, but my one stipulation in the contract is Lawrence goes first to give me unfair advantage. I was like, okay, Wally, we need you. So yeah, that's how it went.
He's a smart man. I'm just glad I got 2 right.
Okay, right. So, if you could sell one of our biggest commodities at West Ham to obviously raise funds to strengthen, who would you sell, and what would be the price tag you would put on this player? And it was tomorrow. The deal had to be done tomorrow.
That's a good. This might not be too popular. I don't know how big he is. He's important to a lot of people. But if we were going to try to get something for him, maybe I would say I'd trade Cresswell. And then the price tag, I'm not smart enough probably to know the values of certain players. How much could we get for him? Maybe 20?
20, I would say, yeah. Realistically, that would be pushing it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of Rice. I'm not getting rid of Zuma. Because the thing is, I think we got a good thing here. And I know what you were saying. We could get for the most of our buck. Cresswell would be a loss to us, I think, because he does, you know, he's good with us, good with the crosses and taking it down. So I wouldn't want to do it, but I would. And he's getting up there. How old is he now? He's in his low 33,
I think
34?
He's 31 or 32. Okay. He might be 31, I think.
Now, do that. Now, other people would probably argue, well, hey, we just trade Vlasic right now because he's got a big price tag on his head too. Would there be buyers for him? But if we could get the value back for what we got for Vlasic, even though I like him, I think he's got a bum deal on some things, I would dump that contract too and kind of start from fresh. With that being said, I don't think he's had a full opportunity to check it out. But he's getting paid. How much do we pay? 33?
About 33, I think.
Not to change
apparently.
my answer, but so maybe I would do Vlasic first, just a do-over, maybe. You know what I mean? It's really nothing totally against him yet because I don't think he's had a total chance. And he made a bet. That's another thing. He was one of the main reasons for that damn third goal too. He passed that ball back, then he got it down. Remember that, don't you? That was part of the.
Yeah.
He was devastated by it. I don't think not to change the subject, but I think Moyes yanked him too quick for that. You know what I mean? So, but that he cost that. That just reminded me of that. So, I guess I'd say maybe Vlasic first. Now that I think about it, because he's a higher payroll, and we can start from scratch. But then someone Cresswell. I'd get rid of Diop, you know, but who wants him after? You know, what's his value too? Right now, not after last week. People will sell him for a pack of smokes. You know what I mean? So it's like,
okay,
but anyway,
right. So Frankie's asked you a question. Have you ever had Jimmy's Seafood in Baltimore? Yes, I have, Frankie. Really good crabs and stuff like that. One thing that you may want to check out if you're down there, Frankie, it's Conrad's. Because if you're talking Jimmy's Seafood too, Jimmy, you're talking about the blue crab and the steamed crabs and stuff like that. They're really good. But there's a couple. There's a Costa's Seafood, and then I like to say Conrad's. Conrad's, if some of the guys that I follow on Twitter, and I think I sent it to you too, Titch. I think a picture of it is I had they steam the crabs in Baltimore and put the Old Bay, where I don't know who created it, but I love it. They put the Old Bay seasoning on it, but I love it. I just don't know who made it. And then we had some flown down for us for the Christmas since we couldn't go up there. So we do that about once a year, me and the wife. But you go to places like that. But yes, Jimmy's Seafood is really good in Baltimore. They got several ones. Jimmy's is good. Good question, Frankie. Right, this is a funny one. Darren says, no, Lawrence should be on a 30-second timer and feel the pressure. So that is in response to, you know, that's what I was going to ask you. I don't know if you've tuned into Guess Who or Initial Thoughts, but on Guess Who, we do like a 30-second timer and you've got to get your one answer in. So, well, Darren, I think you're totally right because I either know it or don't know it. And some of these questions that he sent it to me, the history back then, I love Baltimore, grew up there, but I'm just not your guy on some of that. But hey, I got 2 rights. I'm solid. So do you think it would have been easier for you if it was Alabama questions rather than Baltimore? Or nah. Okay, good. I don't know. I don't think so. Baltimore should have been. It's just some of the history. I'm getting old. I forget things. Right. Disabled Team. Has your son released his new song yet, brother? Kieran. Yeah, because I didn't get a notification, so I don't think he has, or he hasn't done it on YouTube yet. Wally on his battle rap vibe. You go first, MC Wally. Yes, Frankie. You know Wally was the Fresh Prince, so he knew what he was doing. Kimmy's laughing. Now I know what to study for next season. That's what I'm saying. Lawrence, do you reckon I should just throw a curveball out there and just give him some different ones? You know what? I don't have to win at everything. So I don't mind, the trivia part. I'm not going to lose much sleep over it. I'm a little embarrassed, but I'll get over it. Right. Cam says, isn't 13 a goalkeeper shirt, Titch? No. Nah, it's not. And 13 is actually my lucky number. And when I found out it was Lawrence's birthday, because of the time that I didn't know if it was the 12th, the 13th, and I was doing these graphics then, so I put the 13th, then established it was the 12th. Charlie Walsh is obviously, he's claimed number 12, his squad number on this channel. And then Lawrence was happy with 13. So, yeah, but you can always change it. You can change it. Some people think it's unlucky, but for me, it's actually, I class that as my lucky number. Right. You're 2 for 5. Yeah, 2 out of 5. So, your 6th question. You ready? Yes. So, yeah, anybody watching, this is, like I said, it's, a little bit West Ham talk, but it's more, just something different, basically, which is the motto for this channel. Right, so, is this the one? No. 1 second. Yes, it is. Right, this has got 5 options as well, so it makes it even harder. Which of these Baltimore public markets is the oldest? Right, get ready. Is it Broadway Market, Cross Street Market, Hollins Market, Lexington Market, or Northeast Market? Which one is the oldest public market in Baltimore?
Lexington Market.
Final answer?
Yes.
You are on a roll. If that is correct. So, that's half of your questions correct. 3 out of 6. Not bad.
I'll take it. That's all right.
Not bad, not bad. Let's get to the comments. He says, yeah, you've got that already, Wally. Yeah, you told me that, and I, of course, and then I remember Charlie saying 12. Big plays, Wally, and big up Hammerhead. Thank you for joining. Like I said, you lot, this is, it's something different. It's, getting to know our American cousins, because on this channel, it's very rare that they would get to, feature if it wasn't for, something like this. So, and like I said, I appreciate that they are both giving up their time, and I love doing something like it is different. It's, it's completely different to just like, match review, preview, which I love as well, but this is different. Just in case anybody's watching thinking like, what's this? Right, so that was a good one. People in the chat, I want you lot to ask Lawrence anything you want. I know Frankie did. See, Kimmy says 13 and 7 always been my lucky numbers. Yeah, so 7 is a lot of people, but 13 not so many. But 13 is definitely, yeah, it's a lucky number. See? Right. Frankie, 5 is my number. Right, anybody, come on, fire a question at Lawrence before I fire another one. He's scored 3 out of 6. Wally is probably not shaking in his boots. Also, what did you... I see, Harmony, 13, my lucky number 2. See, Lawrence, you got the best shirt, my friend. What does people think of the visuals here? Did I make it awesome enough? Yeah. I like the badge. I like the West Ham badge. Let me get rid of this.
Yeah.
Banners.
That's cool.
What we got here? I'm gonna.
Nice.
Right, here we go. Cam says favorite footy song, Lawrence. Oh, doesn't have to be West Ham. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Oh, yeah. And you reminded me, Cam, what I wanted to do. Yes. What is your favorite footy song, Lawrence? Doesn't have to be West Ham.
Well.
Oh, good.
I think it is though, isn't? Is the footy song? Is it just one of the songs we sing along?
Yeah, favorite football song. Yeah, so it would have to be West Ham, or it could be Ben Rama. Dun, 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 dun. Jared Bowen. Dun, 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 dun.
I promise.
Yeah.
Antonio.
Go on, Lawrence.
That's my favorite one for sure. I was trying to think of it, and I told my wife I promised her I wasn't going to sing during this session.
Okay.
So she said the dog might wake up or something.
So can we just clarify? Your favorite football song is the song that I wrote and yes. Kieran. Yes. See that, people? Lawrence knows. Yeah.
I remember when you guys were creating that song. Then you were going about how to put the end. At the end it's always Antonio. Can you give us a goal? Or
yeah.
That's the favorite part. And then I even remember Gatesy trying to come in and come up with something too, coming back and forth off your song. So that definitely was. I think the best thing was because I kind of watched how you really started creating the song, and then everybody was pitching in, and you'd go everywhere. Everybody was singing that song. So for sure. Just because of the camaraderie and everybody creating, hells yeah.
See that? This is why I love Lawrence. Lawrence is a loyal, and the thing is, the 2 endings were Kieran's, which was "Are Your Hammies Still Good to Go?" and Charlie Boy's "Declan Rice and Pablito." Yes. So, if I were to sing it, I'd sing one version and then I'd just go again. Yeah. What you say?
At one time, I was trying to get you to say, "And Antonio, can you?" I think during one of our chats, all of us, and I was trying to get you to have Antonio, can you score us a goal, but didn't get no love.
no, that was my original. That's what I said originally. That was what it was.
That was it. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I liked all of them. because but what was cool about it, because that ending, you could change it every once in a while,
Exactly.
whatever fit the right time.
Yeah.
So that's what was clever about it. So I like that.
So we got some good questions for you. So yeah, I'm glad you like that song. Right, so here we go. Good question, Cams, by the way. Right. Darren Higgins says, did you visit Southeast Asia in the Navy, Lawrence?
Yes. Well, I went all the way around the Horn, you know, around the world. I've been all the way where you would leave from the Pacific coast, going all the way across to Hawaii, going all around past Japan through the areas there, going up through where India's at, and we pull into different spots, because then we made our way all the way into the Middle East. So we go around there, we hit their ports. I told Karen that we pulled into Australia before. We've been to Japan before, Okinawa. Where else were we been at? Where's the spot? And then in the Middle East in different spots. Like a lot of times when we went around India, we didn't pull into any areas there. Then we'd go up there. But then on the east side, when I was on ships out of Norfolk, Virginia, we'd go across the Atlantic Ocean. Then we'd cut through the Mediterranean. Then we go through the Suez Canal, through the Gulf of Red Sea, Gulf of Oman, in that area there. And then you'd come around and get yourself through the Persian Gulf and different areas like that. And then you hit different ports. So I've been through it all. The one thing I have not been around is I've been down through South America, but I've never went around the Horn of Africa. I've never done that before. But yes, I have been to Southeast Asia. So
See, this is.
I've never been to Thailand though. I know that's where you're from. A lot of ships have. I've never pulled into there.
This is why I really wanted to do this, because you know it's you can. Being in the Navy for 26 years is, you know, you must have stories, and I hope as time goes on people ask certain questions and whatnot. But yeah, this is why I'm loving doing this particular show. Right, Wally says, who played the first bass for the Orioles in the 80s? I don't know if I pronounced that right.
Hey, baby. Now, if this counts as a point for me, because Wally asked it, so this is one of my
all right.
Was the first
Right.
in the 80s, one of my favorite players, and I got his stuff over here.
No,
Hold on.
Google. I'm waiting to get to Frankie's.
No. I don't. No, it's not. That's Eddie Murray in the 80s, and Wally's knowing who I mean because he knows that. And I loved him. He was a great Hall of Famer. Played for the Orioles, first baseman, hit over 500 home runs. Great guy. So I want credit for that. So at least a half a point.
Okay, no. So what? You see me, you know I'm very, innovative. So now that could be a segment where you ask him one next week. So.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And we'll give. Yeah.
He gave me a very softball. He knew I'd know that, so I do appreciate that, Wally. He wasn't being hard.
All right. There. We're going to give a point. So this is 11 points up for grabs. So you do the same with Wally. Okay, Wally, that's a good one. So yeah, that's a good one. This one's funny. Lawrence, did you participate in Baltimore riot in 1968?
I don't know if it's a jab at my age or what, but fortunately I can say I was not born yet.
Yeah. Right. This is good answer, Cam says, about your football song. That's a great answer. You should get 10 points for that. Just for that, you should get 10 points. I like Spurs get battered everywhere they go. It's catchy.
I like that.
Here's a good question. Harmony says, "What do you know? Have you interacted with Harmony? She's from Okay,
this
good.
Weekend I did. Yeah, very nice. Yep. A Leeds fan, right? Leeds fan.
Yeah.
Yep. Very nice.
She lives near me actually. What is the nicest place you visited in the Navy?
I would have to say one of my favorite countries to visit and stuff was Spain.
Spain, yeah?
I really like Barcelona, Palma, Mallorca, and stuff like that. I really enjoy it. Yeah, but what I really also enjoyed and what I missed is I've never got to go to England yet. I've been to I liked we in the late 90s. I took something called a Baltic Sea, where all the different other countries we got together. I was on a frigate at the time, so we were with some people from England, some people from France, Germany, and we got together. So we got to pull in. I pulled into Belfast. We did different ships and stuff like. So I loved that area and stuff like that. But if you want to go where the weather was nice and it's just like got this, Spain, I guess, Palma, Mallorca, Spain. Barcelona. Those are two. Yeah, Spain. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna try and throw right. I bet it was a Ocean Harmony Fairy Love. Yes, I loved Eddie Murray too, even though he was an Oriole. Am I pronouncing that right? Because I don't know who you lot are talking about.
Yeah, Oriole. Yeah, because it's the Baltimore Orioles. That's the baseball team.
Okay, right. One word answers again before we get to your next question. Favorite movie?
Rudy.
What is it?
Rudy. You'll have to look that up.
Oh, Rudy. Okay.
It's about it's American football story, but it's about a kid who had hard life too growing up, blue collar, just like I was talking about there. Loved football, didn't have a lick of talent whatsoever. Worked his butt off to get into the University of Notre Dame to make the team and play so hard. And it's more about sportsmanship and working hard. So it's one of those. So it's a motivational stuff. But yeah, Rudy's my favorite.
Rudy. Okay. This is a hard one.
You thought I was going to say Top Gun or something?
Nah, I didn't have a clue. Favorite song, which is hard to, or one of your favorite songs. And you know what's coming next.
I gotta sing it. I'm not a good singer. I can't sing. Wow. Blowing Bubbles.
Blowing Bubbles, your favorite song, yeah?
There you go. Because I can't think of anything else, but it's one of my favorites.
All right. Okay, just for the purpose of this show, and I'm going to get Wally to this as well. Can you sing a small segment of Bruce Springsteen's Living in America in your best Bruce Springsteen voice?
You mean Born in the USA?
Oh, Born in the USA. Yeah, what did I say? What song did I say?
Living in America. Wasn't that James Brown?
Oh, that's the different. Oh, yeah. No. Born in the USA. Sorry. Yeah. See? Born in the USA. Just
no. Let me see. I can't. I don't know. I take an L for that one because I don't know all the words to that one. I just know the chorus of it.
All right. I want to get Wally in the hot seat. That seat's getting hot, isn't it, Laura? my favorite movie is. What's that movie, Lawrence?
Movie. It's a baseball.
Baseball,
movie.
yeah.
It's about It's a player who was in the minor leagues for a long time, trying to make it up to the show. They call it. That's like to the major leagues, and it's got some. It's very funny too. It's got Kevin Costner in it, so it's got a lot of humor into it too. But it's like going through the minor leagues, so it's like you're not at the Premier League. You know what I mean? You're not.
Yeah.
Trying and he's an older guy, been around for years, and he's trying to teach a phenomenal pitcher who's supposed to have all the talent in the world, trying to teach him how to play baseball and also grow up. So it's a good movie.
Okay. Rudy's an excellent underdog movie from Wally.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great one. Frankie. Peach is back from Dindins.
Yeah, word.
Frankie says, what up? Right, so your 7th question. You have got 3 out of 6, and then you've also answered Wally's question.
Bonus question.
So you've got 4 points from 7 possible. So this will be your 8th question. 1 second. Who created... Let me get the answers. Oh, no. 1 second. One sec. Is this the one? Yes. Right, get ready. Who created the male-female statue at Penn Station? Your answers are either Jonathan Borofsky, Rebecca Hofberger, Gary Panther, or Frank Warren. Take your time. Do you want the question again, or?
Yes, please. Yeah, please.
Who created the male-female statue at Penn Station?
Jonathan Borofsky.
Final answer?
Yes.
You are on a roll. It was, in fact, Jonathan Borofsky.
All right.
So,
I'm just trying to get a C in the class. Let's see if I can make it.
So you've now got 5 out of 8, including Wally's one, yeah?
Yeah.
That's decent. So you've got...
It's all right.
3 more questions, but not yet. Okay, let's get to the comments. Wally, he's up in his game now. What are you going to say about that, Mr. Fresh Prince? Boom. 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 Right, so, 1 second. Right, this is an interesting one, because I will tell you what I saw. You know, I don't watch a lot of videos, but you know, I see titles and stuff, and I think some people are, and this is, you know, everybody in the chat can get involved with this. Some people are under the belief or impression that the reason why Moyes is not playing Areola or Krau is because, you know, their appearances might affect our obligation to purchase, or do you understand what I'm saying to you? So there might be a reason why he's not playing his players, because if he plays them, you know, a certain amount of games or whatever, then we are obliged to whatever. So are you, you know, what would be your thoughts on us not playing Krau at all? And even Areola, because if you think about it, he hasn't played Premier League, and I reckon those clauses may well be Premier League appearances, and that would make sense. But what do you think if that is the case?
If it's the case, right now, for how little Krau is playing, that deal sucked. And why I say that is he's barely had enough time. So even if he's got a minimum playing time before he exceeds something else, how much time has he played? How many matches has he been in? 2?
In the Premier League, yeah, and
maybe
barely,
one in the Premier, if any, right?
Yeah,
it was all Europa.
And the minutes are nothing.
So even for Areola, and to think something like that, the Areola, is it something where it's a contract? I don't know. I wouldn't make a deal like that. I just wouldn't make a deal with it, especially Areola, because we're paying him a lot of money and stuff like that. So it'd be disappointing if we had one. But secondly, for how little they're both playing, that the deal, we shouldn't be close to maxing out. Because I understand what you're talking about. If you play this, it's like in anything, you get a bonus, or whoever you're getting a loan from gets it. You play this amount, you got to pay this much more money and stuff like that. I guess some people can think, well, that he's saving them. If that's a time, if there's a player or a minute or a game percentage, I'm saving them for now. But he better the second half of the season. I mean, I guess I don't like to play that when we don't have a deep bench anyway. We made these signings to have them play as much as possible. If we had a plethora of players, that would be a different story. But we know what we signed, you know. So we shouldn't have that type of deal if that's the case, because we just don't have enough people for it, and we knew what we had before that. So it'd be disappointing. My word.
Right, so N21, thank you for joining, and you make a good point, and I'm on the same page here. Fabianski is saving us so much at the moment, and Krau never fits into 2DM system. Now watch this. I agree with you, Fabianski, and I only put the 2 in the same bracket because of, you know, that's what, as I've seen people were saying. But the Krau one leads me to believe that might be true, because we've needed Krau, even if it's just to rotate the squad, freshen it up. So I agree with you. Fabianski keeps his place all day long, and I've been saying that, you know, I've never once said Areola in, never. So I agree with you. But the Krau one doesn't make sense. He's not getting no minutes in, and I don't know whether it's like, Wally, five appearances and you're obligated to buy or something, because it's like his minutes don't make sense in the Premier League, and Areola's do, because we don't need him. We've got Fabianski and he's doing well. But Krau is needed, even if it's to give people a rest, even if it's to freshen it up, even if it's to be more defensive in some games. So the fact that he's not playing, that the only thing that might now make sense is there is a bad deal, and now Moyes is trying to not fall into that trap.
Yeah, but don't you think Areola should be playing if it's a 2-match week? Now, now we're waiting. No, you still
not for a keeper.
Okay.
Not for a keeper. And you know, I know that we probably paying a lot of his wages. He's probably, what we're subsidising for his wages is probably more than what we pay Fabianski.
Wow.
So I reckon, because remember on PSG he's on about 140, 160 roughly. Okay. Fabianski's probably on 60 or 70. So if we're paying half of Areola's wages, we may well be paying him more or the same as what we're paying our number 1 keeper. But You know,
Gotcha.
it's that insurance of having a quality backup goalie. If remember, Fabianski got injured like 3 times last year. Twice was in the warm up, so
Yeah,
it makes sense.
that.
Yeah, it does make sense. But you know, if you never play him, then you know it's money almost down the drain. But I do feel that he's pushing Fabianski to perform the way he is anyway. Right. But as long as they're both loans, I don't see why they're bad. They've still played in Europa. Crow ain't even played a lot in that, man. Seriously, like, yeah, I'm surprised how little he's played. Didn't we do that with Zaza before? Oh my days, Simone Zaza. I don't know, Darren. I don't know what the deal was there. So maybe you're right. I don't know. Oh, look at... Holy shit, I forgot we had him. Zaza, yeah. Oh my day. Frankie says, had Cuban food today, was banging. Laying flooring in-house, bro. Bought during the day. Okay. Had Cuban food today, was banging. Laying flooring in-house, bro. Bought during the day. Oh, did you buy a house? Did you buy a house, Frankie? Laying flooring in-house, bro. Bought during the day. Maybe I'm just reading that wrong. That's funny. Right, he says, exactly. I love the loan deal decision for Crow. We just need to give him a little more time. For real. I want to see this guy. Seriously. Because when we signed Suchat and Sufal, nobody expected him to start or even play well. Could easily be the same story with Crow, but we'll never find it if we don't play him. And that's what I'm saying, N21.
That's exactly
He's
right,
been needed. We've needed him, you know, because we're on our last legs. Then the injuries. And he still is not getting a look in. So what's going on? You can't just stop at Cuban food. Big up Charlie Boy for running that. But what did you order? Yeah, what did you order? Right, so as always, thanks for everyone that's tuned in. And you know, and once again, I'm loving this show. I know it's like, you know, it's not fully scripted, but it gives everybody opportunity, and you know, all the American viewers, you know, to come on at a reasonable time for you guys. So yeah, right. So let's go to your 9th question because of Wally's one. Yeah, that's right. Get ready. No pressure. You are on. How many points you got? 5.
I'm not for sure.
5 out of 8. Somebody quit. It is 5, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right. 5 out of 8.
5 out of 8.
Yeah, because I got
Yeah.
I got 3 more that would make 11, right? Because we're counting Wally's, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 out of 8, 3 more.
I got
Right.
9 out
So
of
the
10,
next
yeah.
question. 9 out. Where we? Here we go. Right. Get ready. Which of the following is not a designated arts and entertainment district? Station North, Hamden, Highland Town, Bromo Tower. Which of the following is not a designated arts and entertainment district?
Bromo Tower.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Correct answer is Hamden.
Hamden. It's I disagree, because if you go there at Christmas time, they have all the lights, everything. People drive past there. It's arts in town. I know Hamden, so I am going to challenge that to the officials after the match.
Can I
But okay.
the key word here, designated arts and entertainment district.
Oh, I know.
So you are now
You and me.
5 out of 9. Yes,
Yeah,
we've got 2 more.
Right.
Yes, 5 out of 9. Not bad. You're still above average. Let's see what they're saying in the comments. Right.
They're saying, Larry, you never lived in Baltimore.
Did we get all there? No. Sorry.
We saw that one.
No. We've gone. Yeah. Let's go here. Right. He says, all right, bro. I'm gonna come in here so much more. Got to eat dinner, but see you for now. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, N21, and we will be back with this segment every Tuesday, 11:30 p.m. And next week will be Wally, who you can see is top and centre next to Lawrence up there. He'll be on next week. 1 second. Right. So, Lawrence, very simple question. This is not one of your questions. Would you, if you could pick only one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Would you pick an FA Cup victory Or would you, or if you had the choice, or West Ham finish 6. So it's one or the other. So,
well,
if we win the cup,
I thought you were saying top 4.
No. If we win the cup, we finish 7th or below. But if we don't win the cup, we finish 6th and then get back into Europa League. That's your option. So 6.
I would take the cup.
I want people in the comments to answer this question, please. So these are the conditions. So if we win the FA Cup, we finish outside of the European places, but you never know what happens in the Europa League. So we may well win that, but that's not a part of this. If this is about 100% out of the European places for this season, but we win the FA Cup, and who knows what happens in the Europa? Or which one? So you're going for the FA Cup?
Yeah, if it was top 4, I would say top 4. I'd do it in a heartbeat. Yeah. But then when you said the top 6, I was like, I would go, because what I've heard on the FA Cup is, and I've heard this through discussion, because they had discussions about, it was like this weekend or last weekend, about FA Cup or top 4. And I was saying top 4, people saying, and even my buddy, the German Jens, is like, there's so much history in the FA Cup that happened in the past that, winning that thing is so important. And it was so important in the past. So that made me believe it was important to a lot of West Ham fans or a lot of people a lot of teams that are in that. But so that's why I said it. I wouldn't say it for top 4 though. No way. I want top 4.
Okay, right. So I definitely want everybody in the comments to answer this question, even if this is the only one. Lawrence, I'm going to ask you, what do you think with those circumstances? What do you think I would pick?
I'm going to say FA Cup.
I'm going to say you right. You right, buddy. You right. Of course, I'm picking the FA Cup. If that's the options, 100%.
Yeah, that's right.
100%. Right, let's see. Because we said nope. All right, bro. Oh, here we go. This is where we're at. Bro. Boo. VAR needed. I think it should be correct. Oh, she's trying to say no. She's trying to start. Look at her. Had Cuban sandwich, some pork pastels, and a Cuban coffee that made man sweat. Was strong as I drink quite strong coffee actually. Pastels, is that pastels? Pork pastels or pastelis? How do you pronounce that, Lawrence?
Pastelis, I believe.
Pastelis. Right, Darren Wood, FA Cup. Cams, FA Cup, 110%. So we're all said that so far. Harmony, what would you do for Leeds? Would you pick like top 6? No, 6 or FA Cup for Leeds? If that was an option. Sounds fire. Right, at Titch. I meant during the day I was laying the floor and bro bought the house. Oh, okay, right, now I get you. Okay, thank you. Because I was reading, I was thinking, I get that. Okay. Did you finish the flooring as well, Frankie? Or you got to finish it off tomorrow? Here we go. You get into Europe if you win FA Cup. So but do you? We used to. I don't think we do anymore. Top 4 will be different. Champions League. I don't think you get. We used to get in Europe through the FA Cup. I'm sure they stopped that now. Somebody confirmed that as well. Right. Wally said he would take the cup. I think he's talking about in U2's head to head. He's taking the cup. I think that's what he's saying, Lawrence. I'm not starting trouble, but I think that's. Do you qualify? Yeah, Darren, that's what. Yeah, I think we used to, but I don't think that's the case anymore. But maybe it is. I don't know. If so, then my question is becomes sort of redundant. Then, if that's the case, FA Cup for the disabled team, right? Listen, if I know you used to get into Europe through the FA Cup, I'm sure they've stopped that now. I'm sure they've stopped that, or maybe that's because it's always a Champions League team that wins it. You understand? And maybe that's why. And because they're already in the Champions League, it goes down to 6 maybe. Maybe you might be right, you lot. But for the rules of this question, nah, it's just top 6 or FA Cup and no Europe through the FA Cup. But I would take the cup. So would disabled team. Right, hour and 15 minutes. Okay, we've probably got 10 more minutes. Right. Lawrence, your penultimate question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Where are we? One of them. This is the one. The answers. One of them I've had to do as a separate banner. So take your time, because there's 3 will come up, and then there's another one. It wouldn't fit in here. Right. So the question is, how did Tide Point get its name? Right. This is 3 of the answers, and then I'll give you the other one. Right. So I'll put these on the screen, but I'll read it out. It was the spot where the harbour's tides were historically measured. It was once home to a detergent manufacturing plant. Its waterfront location makes it prone to tidal flooding. Or it was the site of Baltimore's first tide-powered mill. A lot to... so I can read the question again, and then the 4th option is as another... so when you want that, I can put it on. So, how did the Tide Point get its name? And those... Can you see those answers? And I'll give you the other one, which I couldn't... And the other one is... It was the site of Baltimore's first tide-powered mill. So I can go back. So I can read it out again. How did Tide Point get its name? A. It was the spot where harbour's tides were historically measured. B. It was once home to a detergent manufacturing plant. C. Its waterfront location makes it prone to tidal flooding. And D. It was the site of Baltimore's first tide-powered mill.
I think it's first tide-powered mill.
Final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect. The actual answer was, it was once home to a detergent manufacturing plant. So,
I got to get this one to get
yeah, so you're on 5 out of 10. And that was thanks to Wally throwing his question in there. And one more question. Right, let's see what Frankie says. Still more floor to do. I'm working slow and I have to get my fishing in as well. Oh, I think I spoke to you about this before. My brother is a keen angler. My eldest brother. And he's been fishing since he was younger. I've never had any interest in that. But yeah, I think I did say that before when you said that before. Frankie, if you need a super carpenter, give me a shout. See that? Get Kieran over from Oz. Get him over there.
Do it up.
That would be good. That would actually be good. Right, let me see. The last topic. I want... right. Wallance. That's Lawrence and Wally. I said Wallance. That's Lawrence and Wally put together. Man. Ah, this is one. Oh, what's your bro's name, Titch? Dennis. Dennis is his name. Dennis. That's his real name? Yeah, that's his real name. Oh, no, it's Hammerhead that spoke about fishing. I think.
Your brother's big into fishing, right?
Yeah, but I think actually, I said maybe Frankie, but I think it was maybe Hammerhead. Someone mentioned fishing a while back, and it might have been Hammerhead. Wally says, Kieran just wants to get to Florida. Exactly. Get him to Florida. He's had too much really hot weather in Australia. He needs a break. I think it was... I do dabble. I think it was. Yeah, it was you. I'm sure it was you. Yeah, I'm sure it was you. You mentioned it before. Something to do with fishing. You got it, Wally. Right, so I'm going to give you... what's it? You know, A or B type questions, yeah? So... Declan Rice or Jared Bowen?
Rice.
Salah or Messi?
Salah.
Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi?
Messi.
Mbappe or Haaland?
Haaland.
Thiago Silva or Sergio Ramos?
Silva.
This will potentially define our friendship. Cristiano Ronaldo or the original and real R9 phenomenon Ronaldo?
From the ladder.
You get an R9?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
You can roll your tongue better than me. I could never try to do that with you.
Okay. How long have you been a football fan? Because I don't want to go too far back. How long have you been a fan of football? Not just West Ham, but just generally football.
Like I said, for years. I don't want to tell my age. I played it
when
I was in grade school and stuff like that. When we played pickup when I was in the Navy and stuff like that. I lost following teams and getting into it. It was much easier to, because I love sports in general. I really do. And you probably see, I could show you around my man cave where I got those stuff. It was easier, and I found my alliances growing up to to the typical American baseball, American football. Basketball, I played basketball. I was always a shorty guy, so I wasn't very good. I played it more than I watched it, except college. I like college sports in the U.S. as well. But so I've been following it for a while. Every time I follow the U.S. in the World Cup or even go through that. But I really started following it. Really, this is probably the most serious since 2019 that I followed football and stuff like that. Pretty much this consistently my whole entire life. And just to be honest with it, I'd had it before and understood. I had to get back into it. That's why you hear me. I kind of say old school things about, I think of fullback sometimes, and I think of wingers, and I think of strikers, and how that's done because that's just how I brought up. And then I learned a lot from you guys and getting this stuff. So yeah, but it's all great.
Right. So these, I'm going to just do a few more. These are not necessarily comparable players, but I'm just asking you: Gianfranco Zola or Paul Gascoigne?
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar too much with those guys.
Yeah, that's why. All right. Who would be good? Okay. Marcelo or Roberto Carlos?
I like Marcelo.
You like Marcelo? I'm getting Roberto Carlos. Has to be for me.
Well,
all right. Let's. We got Wally. Okay. You got it, Wally. We'd end up on the piss, Kieran. That's why he wants to come over there. Kieran, hope you're well. Or shall I say, wet my rod? Yes, big up Peachy, missed you, bro. Let's see. Yes, Frankie, that's the plan. 1 second. All good, Peachy. You lot, we've got one more question. Maybe 5 more minutes. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Have to come to Thailand to wet your rod, hammerhead. Boom. Right, okay, boom. If it's conversation. Right, big up Thailand Paul in the house. Thank you for joining. Right, Harmony's got a question. Right, this is for you. If you could only ever see one team play for the rest of your life, who would you choose? Hammers or Ravens? Good question. Look at his face. That's a great question.
That is not a fair question.
Yes, Harmony. Put him in that hot seat.
That is not a fair question. You
could be honest as well. You can literally be honest.
No, I'm not going to lie to you at all. I think if I go with my heart and how I've been following things since I started following West Ham, I would have to say West Ham because I've been more addicted to that, following it, than I do. If I want to do comparatives, and that's the only way I can really do it. You know what I mean? If I'm more important about worrying about, seeing a West Ham match or following what's going on, it's in the last couple of years, it's been West Ham. With that being said, I've been following the Ravens since they moved to Baltimore, since they created, and every year, and I have loyalty to them as well. So that is I hope, Harmony, that's an outstanding question. I hope I'll never ever have to. I have to make the choice. How's that? But that's a great one. That's a good question.
That's a great question. Would you say that your decision was made based off of YouTube, and you might not have this for the Ravens in regards to fan channels and your participation? Was that what tipped the scale for you?
It definitely helped. They do have some Ravens channels and different stuff like the chat and all there, but I mean, and this goes for a lot of people that are in the chat now. It goes for you. It goes for Peach. It goes for Wally. It goes for a lot of them. That you guys really got me into it, and I like the camaraderie, the loyalty, the letting a guy like me come on and just do his opinion, which I always tell you that, and Pete Chase when I say the rookie or whatever, but just trying to get my opinion, because the more I watch and follow, I want to say what I'm thinking, but also I want your opinion and correct it. Like me and Karen going back and forth, and I value Karen's opinion on how he talks about Antonio, because I don't see it in his way. I see it just, I just see it, the striker should be here doing this, and he explains what's going on. And then I actually learned from that, and then it makes sense to me. Almost like when we said about Salah, what would you do with him? And now I can see more movement by the wingers to come in and make that move, and they can do both of those. So it definitely got me. You can ask my wife that, because she can't believe, she's like, Larry, you're doing another chat thing or whatever, and she's not mad about it one bit, but she just thinks it's funny. But I definitely agree. It had a lot to do with it.
That's a great question. Okay, I just thought of this one. Larry or Lawrence?
You know what? I like Lawrence a lot too. I go by Larry by everybody else here, but Lawrence is on my thing. I go out and I like it, so I say Lawrence. I like Law. That Peach created, so it's all good. Just don't call me late for dinner. I'm good. You call me anything.
Right. I prefer Lawrence, and that's how I knew you. But as you can see on your shirt, Lawrence would have been too long. I'd have had to make your name smaller. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to use Larry for the shirt, because it would be more visible.
It's good. It's good. All good.
Paolo, yes. So we've got one more question. Boom. But yeah, I've enjoyed this. Genuinely and thoroughly. Oh, here we go. Good question. Henry or Van Nistelrooy? Yeah, you look. This is what I like. Everybody getting involved. I know. I'm picking.
Who's that for?
Actually, I'm gonna wait. Nah, yeah, for you. Henry or Van Nistelrooy in their prime?
Henry.
Yes, of course.
Henry,
hands down. Yeah, we've got one more question. Thailand Port. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, look. I'm just gonna. Right, here we go. Can we get a massive big up and smash the like button for the absolute legend barbecue chef you'll ever see? That is Lawrence. Big up's my son. Always welcome in this Hammers family, my brother. Titchu legend. Big up Hammerhead, and thank you for that. And
buddy.
Yeah, man. Lawrence is, like I said, I needed to get him on here. I needed to. And Wally.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. I really do. Appreciate it.
Big up Hammerhead. You know what I noticed though, a lot of people, like, they watch the videos, and I don't know if they just get so caught up and then they forget to hit the like button. So come on, people, man, just hit that like button. Right. Baltimore real. Look at Frankie. Frankie says Baltimore real football team moved to Indy.
Now you're talking my language.
Go with West Ham. Yes, Frankie.
Yep. And I'll tell you the quick story. I know I got to go soon too. But 1983, they left us. It was the Baltimore Colts. I was 13 years old, and they left in the middle of the night. They were in the Mayflower trucks leaving Baltimore out there. It was on television, and nobody gave a crap that they left Baltimore, and all the fans, because football fans were, and we were heartbroken. I was heartbroken as a young fan and stuff like that. And at that point, they moved to Indy, and they've been there ever since. They took our logo, they took our stuff, and one thing that I believe in, they could have took the ownership and make whatever, but the logo and all that stuff, that's part of the city. That's part of where it's from. So if they could have kept that, then when we got a team again in 1996 or whatever, it could have been the Baltimore Colts again. And I can give you some of the American people know about the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore, and they were ready to become the Browns, and they were like, no, we're not doing it. So they kept their names to the city, and they created the Ravens. And several years later, the Browns were created. So Baltimore sure always had that. I have long stories about that, but he's totally right. I remember I got Baltimore Colts stuff around here too, Frankie. So I got you. I'm with you. Sorry, that's a good.
No, that's fine. The thing is, I would be honest and say a lot of that just I don't know what you're talking about. It's good. Do you understand? We're here to learn. You learned about West Ham. I'm going to learn more about, because when you're talking, I'm thinking, are they talking about football, American football? But, we'll learn. And you got very passionate about that comment there. So clearly, it cuts deep. Right. Harmony says, superb answer. Can't forget my bro Titch too. Nah, man, never. But this is all about Lawrence today.
It's all of us.
But yeah, respect, Hammerhead. Here we go. Smash the like button, you absolute bunch of melts. My love. Yeah, we've got one more question. You know, quiz question. What's Kieran? What's the mascot saying? If he said Ravens, get him on. And, you know, Kieran's the shot caller on this channel. Like when he said, like, yeah, Max is banned and all that. You see, yeah. So Kieran's the shot caller for Hammers Fans United. Law as well, yeah. Kieran's she's laughing at him. We've got one more question. I sometimes forget. I just remind people when I remember. I will only concede one thing to Lawrence, and that is barbecue. He's the barbecue king. Other than that, you ain't getting nothing off of Wally. We are international and comfortable. Wally's thanks to you all. One world, one game. Yes. 1 second. Couple more. Thank you lot for, you know, sticking with us. It's probably gone a little bit longer than I thought it would, but it's been good, man. We will never leave you, Lawrence. Come on, you irons. That's from Frankie.
Thank you very good. Right, I appreciate it.
A Canuck and a doodle is a canoodle. And he's put canoodle. Laugh out loud. Right, so your final question. You are on 5 out of 10. This is the decider. Are you bang average, or are you like, yeah, you've had a good innings? Not innings, that's cricket. What do they call in baseball when you, I don't know, innings for cricket? What is it for baseball?
It's innings for cricket. I mean, now you got me saying it's innings for baseball.
As well, yeah? Okay.
For baseball.
Right, so.
Then, yeah.
All right. So if you get 6 out of 10, you've had a good innings. Right. Final question. Everybody. Dun, dun, dun. Look at him. Look, he's sweating. He's doing his hair. Get ready. Come on, Lawrence. I've got faith in you. Right. Which Baltimore museum houses a 10-foot statue of homegrown drag queen divine? Do you want me to read that again?
No.
So drag queens is not your speciality, no?
No, sorry, but I think it has to. But go ahead and put up the answer. I may know the answer if it comes to me.
Actually, you know what? I've got 2 more here. So do you want me to do a different question? Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I haven't put the things in there because I didn't. Yeah. Do you want that question or you want to go for another one?
Give me another one.
Okay, let me. All right, this one's easier. Not in regards to the answers, right? So you won't have them on the screen because I haven't put this in here.
Okay.
Right, Baltimore is the largest city in Maryland. But where does its population rank among all US cities? I'll read the question again. Baltimore is the largest city in Maryland. But where does its population rank among all US cities? I actually got this question right when I, was going through this. Right, so these are your 4 answers. Is it 11th, 26th, 41st or 53rd? 11, 26, 41, 53.
26.
So, final answer?
Yes.
Born in the USA. You're correct, my friend.
All right.
26 is correct.
All right.
You pulled it out of the bag. 6 out of 11.
I'd like to, I should get brownie points. I get brownie points because I went first, and Wally gets to know. But
yeah,
if I'm going to lose to anybody, I don't mind losing. I don't mind losing to Wally. He's a good man.
You haven't lost yet, and you don't know. Wally might not know the questions, the answers. But yeah. So, like I said, everybody, next week Wally will do this, and it's just general chit chat, West Ham. But obviously, the questions are the actual, the main element of the show. And Wally has got 6 to beat. And you've got to think of a question for Wally as well.
Because it was 6 out of 11. Because it was 6 out of 11. And
yeah.
He gets, and I'll be fair to him because he gave me one. I think he knew I would know the answer. So I'm a fair man. So I'll give him a fair question.
Right, we'll just get through the comments and we will wrap it up. Just a little canoodle, just running about like, boom. Right, this one's funny. Lawrence, you'd make a rather beautiful drag queen. I agree.
Oh,
oh, here we go. Look.
Sorry, man.
From Lawrence to Laura.
Oh, Jesus.
Drag queen question, please. Pause. Sorry, you lot, because we are. But, he says Maryland. Hammerhead tried to guess. He said the 11th. 11th largest by population. Kieran says, Lawrence, you got 3 more points than Diop at the weekend. See that?
There you go.
See that?
Lord,
nah. Harmony, I make it 8. Recount needed. What you been drinking, Harmony?
I like that.
She's going against you, Wally. Because Wally's like the favourite. You're the underdog, I think. Or that's what they believe. So now they're rooting for you. Great job, Lawrence and Titch. Can't wait for next week, Wally. Losers should do I was thinking this, Hamed. Losers should do a forfeit, like a shot of the hottest sauce. I was going to say just now, maybe a forfeit, but we'll see. Well,
I think maybe this, if you're going to do this more than twice, I think the first one is get our feet wet.
Tester.
You know?
Okay, yeah. And then, that's fair.
That's one then we can. But we should have something like that. And a hot sauce type of thing sounds kind of funny. And I'm down for that. I like crazy stuff like that.
I was thinking of a forfeit and something minor, but Hamhead, thank you. And you know what would be good? You know have you seen the Paki? Oh. It would make great viewing. Have you seen the Paki one chip? You know that chip that.
Yes. I would do it.
We could make this. We could make this real entertainment with the forfeits.
But see, wait a second. I'm already saying I'm going to lose. That's not a very good thought.
Nah, this week don't count. But yeah, something.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Or you know what would work? Yeah. What would work is. No, what I'm going to say. What would work is this: if you and Wally both purchase the exact same, the hottest hot pepper sauce or something, and then the loser might just take a little teaspoon. Yeah, that might be something like that. So you both know what the other one's feeling because you felt the heat, but like the real hot ones.
Yeah,
good idea.
Because me and a couple of my knucklehead friends would do that sometimes. So I got a website. So me and Wally, I could send him one. Yeah. We have the same bottle.
Yes.
So you're having the same thing. Yeah, I'm
here we go. See what I'm saying? You have to be. I believe that you've got to be. You got to be able to, just straight away, boom. So, yeah, just on the spot.
You're the creative one, but I think you miscalculated. I think I knew that much about old Baltimore history. Now, at the time.
Do you know what? For the viewers, I typed in Google simple questions about Baltimore, and you failed the test.
I see what the heck is.
Right,
and
Harmony said.
Deep down, I don't feel that bad about it because I think some people that live in Baltimore now would not have known some of them questions.
They still won't get it. They won't. Yeah. I'm sure it was 9. Harmony's trying to give you 9 points out of 11 now. She's just going up and up. Ruler. Yeah, Rulu. That's your new drag name. She's laughing. Careful, Harmony. Because he's bumping up his score. Oh, no, you didn't. For RuPaul. Not RuPaul. Rulu. Hammerhead says, bring your A game, Wally. Now, Wally, things just spiced up a little. It's in the bag, Hammerhead. Oh, sorry, it always does that. It's in the bag, Hammerhead. Wally's confident. Wally, it was 10. I'm being impartial. Laughing. And then Luke Legend said, Loro is king. Right, so
Luke, my boy.
Lawrence, we will, I always find it hard to end because I like communicating, but, we have to. So, Lawrence, how would you sum up this experience and did you enjoy it? And, shout out everybody in the chat and all of that. Yeah, you do all of that. And then, we'll wrap it up. How was your day today on the show?
Awesome. Liked it. I'm one of them guys. I don't care if I lose at all that stuff. I think it's all fun. I think I appreciate Titch just bringing myself and Wally and different people in. You do it all the time anyway. Just West Ham fans from here in the United States. So I think it's cool. It gets us just to talk and have fun. And we're all West Ham fans, and that's all it's about. So I think it's great. I appreciate it.
Well, right. Is there odds on this? Wally is a historian. I want to make a wager. Maybe. You know what? Next week is the trial run, and then we will get serious. And Frankie can be the bookie. Boom. Lukington. Oh no. Might as well make it 11. I knew we should get to 11 before we finish. Laura needs his own channel, says Luke Legend. And oops, Cam says big up Larry, what a guest. Disabled Team, love the show, brother Titch. Thank you, Disabled Team. Thanks, right, everybody. So 1 second, we will, like I said, you lot, thank you all. Every time you lot tune in, whether it's 5 people, 10 people, like, it's, for me, it means the same thing. Like, thank you for taking time out of your day, especially now the people in the UK, because it's 1:10. So it just shows that you lot's support of, you know, what we're doing here. It is all fun at the end of the day, and yeah. Lawrence, one more thing to do, and before I play this outro video, what we're gonna do, my friend?
Come on, you are.
Come on, you are. I thought you was gonna. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say, "Fuck you, Wally."
We are massive.
Yeah. No. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, thanks a lot, Titch.
That West Ham taxman, you don't want to see the gang vex, man. Pull up in 2-litre dingers and press that.
Selling bag, going ham in West like Declan Rice. Doing like popcorn, everything.